Hi, good morning, everybody, and a warm welcome to everybody in attendance, but also everybody that is connected via live stream. Happy to have you with us. So just quickly, by way of introduction, as per the invitation, in today's market, it's not enough for insurers to only be there for clients when an unfortunate incident happens. As insurers, we need to add more value to clients that goes beyond insurance. So we are today extremely excited to launch the Santam Business Assist and SmartProtect, solutions designed to help our clients navigate challenges they face daily and proactively manage their risk. So, and to unpack that solutions, we've got a stellar presenter panel for you today. So first up, it will be Farnes Kutsia. He is our Executive Head, Santam Brokers Solutions for Claims. And then straight after Farnes, it's Philippa Wild. She's our Chief Underwriting Officer for Santam Broker Solutions. And then a later addition to the agenda will be Clint S., our Chief Marketing Officer, just positioning our Best Love Local initiative. And then last but surely not least, our closing will be done by Heinrich Plaatjes, our regional manager for Tygerberg and West Coast. So, and also just what the Q&A is concerned, we won't be doing a formal Q&A. We'll handle a Q&A afterwards informally. And those that is connected via live stream, you can post your questions in the chat. And then what is not handled in a Q&A document, we'll get back to you. So without further ado, I'll hand over now to Farnes. Thank you, Farnes.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome aan al ons makelaar collega's hier in die Weskaap. And then I believe we've got about 1,000 colleagues joining us online today. So if you don't mind, I'm going to stick to English. On behalf of Andrew Coots, the marketing team apparently asked for somebody with more hair than Andrew. So I drew the short stick. Andrew is on a well-deserved break, so apologies on behalf of Andrew. I'm very happy to stand in for him today. So on the topic of modern insurance, Pierre made a very quick introduction there. I read an article this morning online about another big financial services industry group, this time in banking, that has also realized that traditional financial services models will not have the legs to carry us through. So the need to start generating additional and ancillary revenue streams is becoming more and more important for us. Now think about banking. There's lots of daily engagement with our clients, so it's much more difficult. Much easier than in our industry where it's either a renewal or a claim, and that's it for an engagement. How do we add value and go beyond or more than insurance? Is where we want to go and what we want to introduce you to today. So it's my privilege, along with Philippa, to tackle the subject today. All right, so let us just start out by understanding this risk environment and how it has changed. Let's maybe kick off with just the macroeconomic environment. We all know what's happened globally post-COVID to the macroeconomic environment and what sort of pressure that has put on claims inflation and in general, the affordability of insurance. And the question is, how do we respond to that? Now, I think that's maybe the other reason why Andrew doesn't want to be here today is because of all the bad news he had to carry this year as far as the double-digit increases and the likes are concerned. But we all know that that is not sustainable. So we need to start saying, how different do we approach this? If we look at the age of big data that we live in, that provides us an opportunity to go hyper-personalization of products and services as potentially one great opportunity. Then geopolitical, I'm not even going to talk about the war in the Ukraine. Let's just keep it local. We know about the significant decline in our country and in our infrastructure that leads to a lot of systemic risk that we currently need to deal with. And yes, we've got the private and public partnerships through our risk and resilience program and the likes, but this need for risk prevention starts becoming more and more evident. Then, as far as the regulatory is concerned, we know about the fraudulent onslaught, theft of personal identities, POPIA, and the cost of compliance around that, and having to come up with new products around cyber risk and the likes. And then the increasing risk there is on us all from a risk advice perspective. And we know what the decline in the importance of skills role is playing in that regard. And then lastly, and probably one that's closest to home for me here in claims, and that is the change in climate. I don't need to speak about last year in KZN and everything else. I mean, just the very recent weather. Like we had a brilliant summer season in Cape Town this last Sunday, you know, just as one example. But the recent events, I think, just speaks to the fact that earnings volatility is becoming a huge challenge in our industry, and the associated cost of reinsurance and that capacity that is just so expensive and becoming less and less unavailable is putting tremendous pressure on short-term insurance and just selling a risk transfer product. So how do we respond to this? We've got to look at a different risk model. Firstly, the whole concept of moving away from just repair and replace to saying, how do we play in the predict and prevent space? Commoditized risk transfer, that inflection point has moved away. It's not just about giving you my risk and pay you a premium for it. In this advent of the sensor revolution, or the fourth industrial revolution with the Internet of Things and telemetry, it's becoming so much easier to prevent a risk or to know about the risk and prevent the severity thereof. So how do we work together to collaborate on this risk mitigation journey and build solutions for risk management rather than just try and sell risk transfer product? And then, again, a very key point, that client value that we add. There's one engagement at renewal, there's one engagement at claims, but how do we add value to this consumer in between? We've got very low engagement. It's not like the bank, it's not like the medical insurance. How do we use that opportunity to say, we can add more value to this consumer we're trying to service? And ultimately, with this whole approach, try and reduce the cost of insurance overall. So we've done a lot of research to try and understand, how do we add additional value? How do we add unexpected value? And I've chosen a honeycomb specifically because we're trying to sweeten the deal, excuse the pun. And the first of these is most certainly the proactive risk management. How do we utilize the big data, the AI, all the sensors in this process of providing proactive risk management? Add to that this yearning, again in our industry, to add a loyalty and reward product to that. Because of our low engagement levels, this has always been an extremely difficult thing to get right in our industry. And then in addition to that, we've been great at providing safety for your assets, but our consumers are sad about my safety, my personal safety, that of my family. And then another thing that's become an absolute commodity in our time, and that is time, providing more convenience to our clients. If we look and research our claims and those that we don't entertain, especially on the property side, a lot of it has to do with wear and tear. And we're sitting on a bit of an unfair advantage here, in the sense that we've got a huge network of capability to really provide a service in the maintenance space. And then lastly, everybody else is equally as concerned as we are about our planet, and in our country specifically about the sustainability of energy. So that in itself also provides huge opportunity with renewable energy, with potable water and the likes. And the question is, what is Santam going to do in association with you to provide more attraction to our clients and more unexpected value in this space? Now let's kick off on this journey, and we quickly talk a little bit about proactive risk management. How do we put this in motion? If we can start out and create a gateway through which we can first jointly create awareness around clients about the changing nature of risk, and then call them to action to say, shape your behavior. And in doing so, facilitate this risk management and this risk prevention journey, and then ultimately provide an opportunity to reward that loyalty and to reward that good behavior. That's where we ultimately want to be. It is my privilege today to introduce to you Santam SmartProtect. Our answer, or our gateway, I've called it, to providing the opportunity for our brokers and our clients to firstly explore the changing nature of risk, to assess our current mitigation against this risk, to explore the opportunities to mitigate, and then lastly, to be rewarded for taking the right step as far as the mitigation is concerned. In true agile fashion, we've gone and we've designed what this ultimate destination will look like. And again, it's my privilege to introduce you to our brainchild that we like to call SmartProtect. On the SmartProtect landing page or gateway, we want to introduce you today to a number of these capabilities and functionalities that we will be bringing to you over the next year or two. And we're going to start off today by quickly just touching on some of these. The first one of these will be Smart Me. Now, we're talking about hyper-personalization in this data age, about being the key to saying, how do we treat every client as an individual? How do we understand their specific risk, and how do we tailor product and service to them specifically? Now, Smart Me, client will log onto the portal and will be able to see their view of life, what their risk looks like, what their risk product looks like, and it will offer them the opportunity to understand, how can I better this specific situation? We will do so by providing another tab on the gateway called the Information Hub. Call this the Chat GPT of risk that Santam will be providing. We're sitting on years worth of collateral and IP that we've generated around what is risk all about, tips and tricks around how to prevent risk and the likes. And we'll provide this on the Information Hub and make it available. We'll also use this as an opportunity to campaign to clients when new risks start emanating and when new systemic risk starts showing its ugly face. We then move on to the calculators. Now, you are all very familiar with our calculators that we've been developing over years. It's been out there on the co.za webpage and some of it on our portals. This is going to be its new home. We will provide the ability to calculate my exposure, to compare that through the profilers of what similar risk is in my environment, and again, hyper-personalized to my risk address. And we will be able to do so both on the property side as well as on the vehicle side. Then I can run a risk assessment. So I'll go online, I'll put my property and my vehicle there, I'll run through and say, these are my current risk mitigation strategies, and it will score me to say, how do you compare to the ideal opportunity for risk management and risk mitigation? And we can do so again on the vehicle side or on the property side, and it will then alert you to what the opportunities are to physically mitigate that risk. Going one further, you are all familiar with our risk alerts, and in the very first instance, we're talking about the weather alerts. Today, people will be receiving in their specific area an alert when there's weather. We want to expand this with, I'm sorry, that went too far. We want to expand this with alerts around safety. Has there been a vehicle accident? Where's your family traveling at the moment? Has there been a crash detect? Is there a fire? As well as new product updates to say a new product is available now for a new risk, and then also the ability to customize alerts. My alarm system is due for an update or for a service. My fire system is due for a service and the likes. And apologies, I'm going through this very quickly. We've run out of time due to our technical glitch. And then last but not least, for years, we've been providing you with a data catalog, a spreadsheet hidden somewhere deep on the santam.co.za around those suppliers that we vetted to be part of your risk mitigation journey. We will provide here a new opportunity to access this supply base. All right, now the SmartProtect journey. As with everything, I've missed a slide. The journey will start, we'll eat an elephant in bite-sized chunks. We'll build Rome day by day, rather than waiting for the whole capability to be produced and to be ready, which will take us some time. We want to release this to you in a true agile fashion as and when it comes off the line. And it's our privilege today to introduce you to step one on our journey, and that is the Santam supplier catalog on SmartProtect. The catalog will be a smart catalog that will provide you a list, geolocated, driven smart list of whom our vetted service providers are that can actually assist in this risk mitigation journey. We're going to launch a number of different services, both for personal as well as for commercial lines, and that will range from motor security and safety through to all of the different property categories all of this available online. It starts off with, firstly, on the client portal. So client will be able to log in using their own credentials, click on the SmartProtect, and this will take them straight through to the supplier search catalog. Now, note on the left-hand side, the left-hand circle, that it will be geolocated and personalized. So the client's risk address will pull through automatically, and they will then be able to go through the list of service providers, and the system will suggest, given that you are located in Tiger Valley, the nearest service provider for the specific service that you have required is X. Or if I want to look at a different location, I've got a beach house, I can add in a different address, and the system will, through the smart catalog, go and look at the specific service that you require. We'll present the details on screen, and then also in subsequent evolutions of this, the Santam negotiated preferential rates will be made available, and in subsequent evolutions, we will also assist in facilitating that process of implementing some of these risk mitigation strategies. On the broker portal, you're all familiar with the portal. You will know currently how to navigate your way through to the vendor search page, where we will typically search for claims vendors. We've now added a new category there called SmartProtect. So don't tick the link this to a claim button, and that will then provide you with an opportunity to also search for our commercial clients for the specific categories. And there's an example, I think this one was for telemetry. Again, put in a risk address, and it will provide you with a list of all of our different risk services providers in that specific territory. Okay. There'll be an ability to actually then produce a PDF document that contains all of the detail with regards to that specific category that you've chosen, that then can be shared with your commercial clients. How are we going to assist you in this process? Welcome today to the webinar where we're actually talking about this and launching it. In addition to that, we've generated some client-specific communications that will be available to you to distribute. Also, as part of the handout, and our online brokers will receive this as well, our information guides and information packs that speaks to SmartProtect that will be distributed to you, that will guide you on how to assist the client to navigate through the client portal, as well as for yourself to navigate through the broker portal, and then a Q&A document. Pierre has mentioned we're going to run out of time, so we're not going to facilitate a Q&A today, but please talk to us afterwards, or for our colleagues online, please submit your questions and we will provide you with further information in this regard. All right, and then the question is where to next. So I've shown you 5 of the 6 sweeten deal cells on our value proposition. But the question is, what else? And in the true spirit of collaboration and co-creation, we want to ask you, in this journey of providing more value to our clients, what else would you like to see emanating from this journey and coming onto the portal and coming onto the SmartProtect gateway, or that we should be looking at? If we just go around, the loyalty and reward will be one of our next launches early in the next year. Safety and convenience, maintenance and sustainability, you've all been introduced to Home Plus. We're going to collaborate much more and create the ability to form the link and integrate straight through to, I've decided on this risk mitigation strategy, and Home Plus will be there to assist to actually bring that whole process to fruition. So lots of exciting opportunity going forward to add additional value. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a bit rushed to try and make up some time, but thank you very much. It is now my privilege to invite Philippa to come and talk to us about some more value add and some more beyond insurance in the form of an expanded list of value added services.
Thank you, Hannes. Morning, everybody, and everybody online. It's a privilege to be here and talk to you about Smart Business Assist. I think it can be well argued that small businesses form the backbone of our economy, offering various services and products to local communities and even wider, play a key role in innovation and technology, in bringing things to market, new things to market, and of course, very importantly, playing a role in employment and getting more people employed into the formal sector of our economy, which speaks to the underlying growth of our economy. For Santam, for us, it's very important that we provide the best possible insurance cover, but also, as Hannes has said, more than insurance in this environment. Since 2021, our market intelligence team has been doing research with small businesses to ask them what are their needs, what are they experiencing, how are things going for them. We specifically interviewed entities with 50 million turnover and below, and I'd like to share some of the results with you. Their macro pain points that they experience is that being a small business, that they're lean, their teams are small, they don't have enough time to do non-business related things. The admin stuff and the operational stuff is very challenging for them. They need to focus on bringing money in, getting clients and providing the services that they provide. On a micro level, they also have plenty of pain points. Administration and unexpected building and maintenance repairs. Who does that? They don't have time. They're trying to service their clients. Financially speaking, how do they look after their tax, after their company statements? I've got several friends or people I know that sit there on a Saturday night trying to pay their staff because they've got troubles with their IT system. And IT is mentioned at the bottom there. Labor conflict. If there's potential issues on the staff side, contracting, making sure that you do everything properly so that you're protected in that instance for your staff, for yourself, and for your communities that you serve. And marketing, how do they have to be marketing experts to get the clients, to get more revenue streams for themselves and to make a name for themselves so that they become the go-to for their specific product and service. And then IT technology, we all know about cybercrime. It can impact all of us. And how do they set up their IT infrastructures and software and everything to enable their business going forward? If we summarize this, Damon. Oh, maybe I didn't press the button. There we go. If we summarize this, the key insight for us is that for the small and medium enterprise, the small business, it's lonely and tough out there. To succeed, they need to focus on their core product offering and what they provide their clients. But so much time and money is spent on day-to-day activities that it really hampers them, and they're not really set up for it. All those things that you didn't expect when you started a small business. So against this backdrop, I think Santam, we are very well placed as an insurer to continue on our resilience path. When things go wrong, we help them, we get them back up quickly to really enable them and help them more in their journey. And so they can focus on what they do well and become prosperous and even more prosperous than what they need to be. So very proud today to announce and excited to announce the introduction of Business Assist. Before I get there, I'm just going to quickly go through the commercial VAS offering and what we've done so far on this journey. This is what we've done this year. In the beginning of the year or last year, we had tourism, guest house, wine house industry, and agricultural value-added services available, only for those 4 segments, being the motor emergency assistance, the 13 Rand per vehicle per month, and the emergency assistance and the legal advice. We've then in February rolled this out to all our offerings, the commercial standard offering, the educational institutions offering and religious institutions, as well as the heavy haulage. The motor emergency assistance is not available in Namibia, but all the other ones are. And then, of course, I do note there that the wine house industry for Namibia is not available. I need to speak to Farners because there's a very nice wine farm called Neuros in Namibia, which I have frequented, and I'd suggest you do that. But I'm sure they'll need some of this assistance as well. But they are in the Bundu. But anyway, so we have effectively taken our standard value-added services and expanded it across the product offering, a core key first step in what we can do. And with Business Assist, we're taking it further to add more benefits. So proud to introduce for 40 Rand a month. Oh, crumbs. Sorry, guys. Let me go back. There we go. So for just 40 Rand per month, we'll be offering a comprehensive and unique suite of value-added services to our commercial clients, which includes tools and expertise and assistance, enables them to empower them to in protecting and managing and growing their business. And the detail of what we are providing is sort of, again, the honeycomb, if I can link to Farners, sweetening the deal, various additional features that really helps them focus on their businesses and gives them time to do the things that they really need to do. So firstly, Finance Assist to help them with debt and finance debt and tax support. And each one of these has got a set number of utilizations, and the rules are pretty clear. I'll talk about the collateral just now. Marketing assist. What is their corporate image? Their business image. Do they have a domain? Do they have a web page? Are they present on Facebook? How to help them navigate social media and be able to make campaigns and get out there and get the clients coming in. Labor and human resources assistance, specifically with regards to contracting, how to navigate the labor sort of myriad of services and things to look after their staff specifically. And then also when things go wrong, with regards to CCMA advice and all those kind of things, and how to really make sure that they look after their employees, their business, and of course in their wider communities. Critical, I think, as well as IT assistance. Is be various telephonic support where we can actually provide advice for them, system support, how their systems set up, and then their software as well. And linked to this as well would be advice on cybersecurity. The business assist is also quite nice. It's a business concierge service, procurement of goods and services, at competitive rates, and also linked to the SmartProtect, and then tender assistance and notifications as well. So really a wide range of added benefits to help the small businesses. Emergency and convenience. So if anything goes wrong, the geyser bursts, plumbing, locksmith, electrical problems. I mean, those things you need to sort out very quickly, but you're still trying to run a business at the same time. So it's critical that they have good support, and then various convenience services, home and license disc renewals and so forth. So really a comprehensive suite of additional services that they get for 40 Rand a month with their Santam policies. We believe that this really creates immense value and benefit to the small business. From a functional perspective, it's available 24/7, so all the time. It really is designed to make their lives easier and to enhance what they do on a day-to-day basis. It provides them with professional expertise, so getting to the right person at the right time with the right advice, which is critical. And then the networking and growth, really an opportunity to expand their network and to get more clients, which I think is critical for where they are and what they're trying to achieve. And with that functional benefits that we provide, you also then add the emotional side, which really gives them the assurance and peace of mind that they've got an insurer in Santam that's looking after them. It's supported through the correct people, providing the guidance and assistance. It's secure for their business. They have the security that when things go wrong, they will be looked after. And if they're struggling with a concept, they can get advice in the right professional manner, and then really empowering them to expand and grow their businesses even further, which is critical for this segment of the market. The details behind Business Assist is that it's available right now today on Policy Center for all our existing and new commercial clients, which is very exciting. It's embedded in the offering. So for new business, it'll be automatically included. Of course, if the clients don't want it, they can deselect it because it does come at a price of 40 Rand. For existing business, you would need to select it now and add it to the offering. We're not automatically offering it. And unfortunately, it's not available in Namibia or for outsourced business. It's 40 Rand, VAT inclusive. There's a 15% broker commission attached to it, and the service provider is Digicall. And then the telephone numbers are there. There's a lot of collateral in your handouts that you have, as well as on the website. All the details are there to understand all the benefits and so forth. And there'll also be various communications going out today explaining everything. So we really believe that as an insurer, we've got a lot of value to add in this space. It's more than insurance. It's really enabling our clients to prosper in all possible ways and help them focus on the things that they do well in terms of their businesses. So when things go wrong, we're there to help them get back up and running and quickly. But then specifically through Business Assist, we can actually empower and enable them throughout their business journey to just be better at what they do and get the help and guidance when they're struggling with things that they're not really expert on. So very proud to announce that, and hopefully you all go out and tick for all your existing clients and new businesses. And with that, I'd like to hand over to Clint Hess, who's our head of marketing, to talk about our Most Loved Local campaign. Thank you very much.
Morning, everyone. You're all looking good. And I see that we've sold about at least 200 businesses opportunities in the last half an hour. But the reason why I'm here is just to talk very briefly about what we do in terms of supporting SMEs and how we use that as a platform for our brokers and intermediaries to also grow their business. This morning, we announced, for example, that we are a co-sponsor or co-broadcast sponsor of the ICC Cricket World Cup that starts today. You would have seen on various media channels that we're promoting our Smart Park benefit. And all these things actually culminate in what we're really trying to do is position Santam for our intermediaries to help you grow your business. So I want to talk a little bit about Most Love Local. I think all of you, or most of you, would have seen it before. But at the moment, it's actually flighting across the country. And what we're trying to do is in 2018 or 2017, before COVID hit us, we actually came up with this concept of how do you support your favorite local business? We know that local SMEs are critical for economic growth. And subsequent to that in 2018, we've actually had many companies that have tried to copy what we've done. And this is probably one of our most successful initiatives that we do annually every year. Some of you might have attended the breakfast last year in Cape Town. For those that are online, we had in Pretoria and as well as KZN. So what we're really trying to do is to continuously showcase Santam's leadership position in the market. SMEs and commercial business have always been key to Santam's success alongside your support for such a long period of time. But we aim to have a constant and ongoing presence in commercial segments. So whilst we launching 2 opportunities or value-added benefits this morning, it's important that we stay visible in the market. When you tune into the radio station, you have seen one of our local stations here this morning, Heart FM. Every morning, a listener is able to nominate their favorite local business. And the one that is chosen, they get 5,000 Rand for themselves and 15,000 for their local businesses. So I'm hoping that when you leave today with this running for the next 2 weeks, that you would encourage your clients to actually enter for this particular initiative, that they get valuable airtime that you can't buy, and they get an opportunity to promote their business. And then lastly, I think it's early November, I don't know the exact date yet, there will be business breakfasts hosted around the country. And again, it's another platform to not only acknowledge and celebrate local businesses, but also an opportunity for you to network amongst your clients and showcase the value you add. Lastly, we will be releasing a report. We've done the report for 4 years now, where we announce the top 12 most loved local businesses around the country. We use an independent research company called Worldwide Works. They conduct research for 2 months, and they use various intelligent techniques to determine who is voted SA's most loved local businesses. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me. And I wish you all the success as you go and out there in the market in the last quarter. And thank you for your continued support of Santam. I'm going to hand you over to Heinrich to say a few words. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Wasn't that great? So we're no longer talking about insurance. We're talking about more than insurance. My thanks to you all. I've got the easiest job. I just need to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for everybody that participated. Our speakers, you were great. Finance, SmartProtect, no longer will I be alone. Philippa, I know there was a lot of blood and sweat in the team to making sure that we put forward an offering that that we know both the brokers and your clients will enjoy. I know that it felt rushed today. I know that it's overwhelming. There's a lot of information to absorb. There's training, there's online access. We've got the relationships managers in the room today. For those that's local and those that's online, the relationship manager in your area available. Please call upon if you've got questions to ask this panel. Please put your questions to us, and we will make sure that answer will be given. And obviously, you guys, you're awesome. You look beautiful today, and we are very proud to announce these new products. I just want to emphasize, this is not something that we just, there it is, and there it stops. This is really the journey. This is phase one. This is just us saying that we are still excited about the world. If you ask me today, how do I feel? My income statement is strained. We struggle to grow. Our profitability is under pressure. The economy is, it is what it is. The political environment is troublesome. Santam, where do you fit in all of this? And we say that we are optimistic about the future. We are looking forward to continue to support you so that you can support your clients and your policyholders to do even better. My thanks to you all, and I wish you a wonderful claims-free day. Have a good one. Cheers.